What if the path to becoming rich was simpler than you've been told? Most people believe wealth is a hard-fought journey, one only a few lucky individuals ever reach. But what if that's just a belief holding people back? Stay with me, because today we're diving into the surprisingly simple truths that make wealth building far more attainable than you might think. By the end of this video, you'll see why it's not just possible, but realistic to make this journey easier. Let's start with an idea that sounds almost too simple to be true. The journey to wealth begins in your mind. Look at some of the wealthiest people today. Many of them weren't born rich, yet they started with a common foundation: belief. A belief that wealth was achievable for them. This isn't just wishful thinking. This mindset opens doors by changing how they approach challenges, goals, and setbacks. Consider Oprah Winfrey, who was born into poverty but rose to remarkable success. Her mindset shaped her path. She has often said, "You don't become what you want, you become what you believe." By believing in her potential, she saw opportunities and took bold steps where others might have seen obstacles. Your mindset is the very foundation. If you start to see wealth as possible, perhaps even easy, you'll begin to spot pathways you never noticed before. Here's something that rarely gets talked about. People don't become rich by simply desiring money. Wealth comes to those who focus on creating value. What does this mean? It's the principle that when you offer something others truly need or want, wealth follows naturally. Look at Steve Jobs. He didn't set out to become a billionaire. His goal was to create products that would change people's lives. By focusing on creating value through innovation, the wealth followed as a byproduct. Jobs saw unmet needs, provided solutions, and created immense value. When you shift your focus from "how can I get rich" to "how can I help solve problems for others," wealth often comes as a natural outcome. This isn't about having groundbreaking ideas. It's about recognizing the value you can add in your own unique way to the lives of others. Whether that's in a service, a product, or even in sharing your knowledge, creating value is one of the easiest ways to open the doors to wealth. The age we live in offers leverage like never before. Think about it. With the internet, anyone can reach thousands or even millions without a physical store, expensive advertisements, or extensive resources. This kind of reach was nearly impossible decades ago, but today it's an open invitation to anyone willing to take advantage. Consider YouTube stars who started with nothing more than a camera and an idea. Today, many of them have built brands, businesses, and audiences worldwide. In a way, they've leveraged digital tools to generate wealth without enormous upfront investments. This is the kind of leverage we're talking about, one that allows you to scale your efforts with minimal costs. You don't need millions to get started. You need to see how you can leverage what's available. In today's world, wealth building is easier because the tools and audience are already there. It's just a matter of tapping into it. Compounding is perhaps the most underrated path to wealth. It's the silent partner that turns small investments into large sums over time. The best part? You don't need to be rich to start. You just need to be consistent. Let's look at Warren Buffett, who began investing at a young age. He famously says that his wealth didn't come from being brilliant, but from starting early and letting his money grow through compounding. A small amount invested over time can grow to extraordinary amounts, especially when you let it grow without interruption. Imagine planting a tree. Each dollar is a seed that, when left to grow, eventually becomes a forest. Compounding may not be flashy, but it's one of the simplest ways to build wealth steadily. Another element that makes wealth building easier is the ability to earn while you sleep. Passive income streams like investments, real estate, or digital products allow you to generate money without continuously trading your time for it. Take the example of authors like Robert Kiyosaki, whose book Rich Dad Poor Dad has sold millions of copies worldwide. Not only did he earn from its initial sales, but he continues to make money as new generations discover his work. Passive income doesn't mean no work. It means you put in effort initially, then let it bring returns without constant input. Building passive income streams is easier than ever, and it can be a significant factor in making wealth building seem easy. It gives you the freedom to work less while still growing your wealth. The wealthy view money as something abundant, while most people operate from a scarcity mindset, believing there's never enough. But this scarcity view can actually block wealth from coming to you. When you focus on abundance, you see opportunities everywhere. You realize that wealth isn't limited. There's plenty to go around. This concept is highlighted in The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles, who emphasizes the importance of thinking in certain ways. When you see wealth as abundant, you start to feel it's easier to come by. This belief itself brings more wealth into your life because you're not restricted by thoughts of limitation. An abundance mindset can be your strongest tool, as it shifts your focus to all the ways you can create wealth instead of seeing barriers. The last key is to have a sense of purpose and faith in your journey. Many of those who've achieved wealth attribute their success to a feeling of being called to a purpose. This sense of purpose gives you the drive to push forward, even when things aren't easy. Think of Elon Musk. His purpose isn't simply to get rich. He's driven by a vision of advancing humanity, which gives him incredible resilience. Faith in this purpose has led him to build some of the world's most valuable companies. When you combine purpose with the belief that wealth is possible for you, it becomes easy to keep going. This purpose-driven approach creates a path to wealth that's rooted in fulfillment, not just material gain. So, is it truly easy to become rich? When approached with the right mindset, value creation, and consistent action, it can certainly feel that way. Wealth isn't just a result of hard work. It's about working in alignment with principles that make the process smoother and more fulfilling. If you're ready to dive even deeper, check out our next video on how staying in the receptive mode can bring your desires to you with ease. This principle ties in perfectly with today's topic, as it reveals how to allow wealth and other manifestations to flow effortlessly into your life. See you there.